Last year, Dave bought this S14 as an unfinished project.
That's currently going to go get his last finishing touches with the wiring before he goes to the dyno.
We took this back to a bare shell, undersealed the underbody, painted the engine bay, and powder coated all the arms ready for its new engine. The engine we put in was an SR20 2.2, which will hopefully make over 500 horsepower. And that brings you up to speed of where the car is today.
I'm struggling to keep up, to be honest.
Oh, there's the crack, Joey. So it's at his new home at DRT Automotive for the next week or so, getting all the wire and finish ready to go straight onto the dyno, which luckily they're both at the same place, so it should be able to be done fairly soon. So the next time you guys are going to be seeing the car is going to be on the dyno, which personally I can't wait for.
So, I'm jumping into this video now.
You might be wondering why Craig is in this video. Well, I'll tell you why. Craig is the newest member of our Drift Games team. And why we needed him is because my life has turned into chaos. We're running around doing events all over the world. There's just stuff going off everywhere with Drift Games right now. And I need someone to look after all of our projects, all of our cars, and generally keep Josh out of trouble. Or maybe just keep him company so he doesn't go mad. So that's why Craig jumped onto the team a couple of weeks ago. We didn't get time to introduce it because so many events were going on. But we're going to shoot back to when we got the S14 over to DRT and Craig started his first day on the job.
I'm currently on my way to DRT Automotive down to check out the progress that's been done on the S14. Today is the day for the dyno. Fingers crossed, all goes to plan. The lads down here have been flat out on the car. And yeah, let's check up with the lads down there. How you getting on, lads?
Well,
Car's on the dyno?
eventually. A million and one headaches, but no, we're there now. So time to find out how Dave's investment went for him. But no, it'll be grand. I'm going to say a high 400s. So yeah, we'll do a couple of pulls. We'll get up to temperature and we'll see how it goes.
Pay attention to the couple of different overlays. There's a little difference here, and that was just playing around with the VVT switch off point. That's just how the S14 VVT system works. So there's always a few horsepower to begin up top, and then you have a torque difference down here. You know, helps with the turbo. So VVT system's good. Always use it. Always use it. Don't turn it off.
484 was the
biggest
number that we made. So
yes,
I think Dave would be happy with that.
Probably not, no. He always wants more. He always wants more. But
so that's true.
We could rev it a little bit higher, but it's an SR. I could try to keep them alive if we can.
Well, that's it.
Everything's still inside the engine, and we don't need a mop and bucket, so that's a
well,
good start.
This is it. She survived the dyno, and if the car survives the dyno, you know, it's not too bad.
Yeah, we always have to be harsh on them on the dyno because that's a good environment to test them, and if you're harsh enough on the dyno and it survives that, you can be confident that it's not going to go away and find an issue.
Yeah.
You know, because there's no point in it being perfect today and terrible tomorrow. That defeats the purpose of being here.
And I'd say the next clip will probably be us collecting the car.
So for you guys it may have just been a flash of a transition, but for us, 2 weeks has passed since we dropped off the S14 at DRT Automotive, and it looks exactly the same, but when we dropped it off here, it didn't start. And fingers crossed now. The seating position is well, a bit knee. Well, that's an improvement anyways. It's quite noisy. But it drives. Has power steering, kind of. Does sound kind of good. I don't know, I trust myself loading on the trails, nor do I like it. All ready to come back to the shed. But before we do, and just to get away from this windy weather, it is horrendous here. I've been told there's a few pretty cool things through here. Right, so I'm not even gonna try to explain what's going on, so guide me through.
How are we?
I wasn't even going for a high five there, I just put my hand up. I don't know what I'm doing.
Fine.
Thank you, that was a nice...
No, you're alright now. You just leave me hanging, why don't you?
So, what do we have? We have pretty nice cars. I do know this one though.
Yes, this is Mr. Ed Power.
So Edward Power used to commentate on drifting and now has decided to become a drifter, and he's gone in fairly heavy.
If anybody should have known all the pain of drifting, should have been Eddie. He watched all of us go through it for like how many years? And now,
yeah, he watched people go through the torture, commentated on it, and he, for some reason at the end of that, decided, I want a piece of that. What's got here? It's gone in 2J, big turbo.
yeah, we're just after finishing making a loom for it, so I literally just started sitting into place here now. So it's getting there. There's been,
Is this almost done?
yeah, it's kind of a few little bits to tweak, but no, it's nearly there.
Good to see it's finally finished. I'm not sure what his plans are. Maybe he may be doing a few rounds of IDC or coming to the bashes, but it'd be good to see him out there. What do we have? We have a big boat up here.
Yeah, that is a really cool project. Like, that thing is basically a gate-built car on the road.
What's the power of this? Because has it got a Volvo? It's got a standard, not a standard,
Not
but
a standard, but it has a 6-cylinder Volvo engine, like what's in the XC90 Jeep and stuff, and then it's just been, you know, everything through it.
have you decided to get all the biggest cars in the shed?
It's like a boat yard now at this stage.
I feel like I'm half a kilometre away from you. This 1J Sora.
Most of the Soars were always non-VVTi, whereas this is factory VVTi, so it's the last of the Soars.
Big old turbo. And a nice Walton manifold down there. What power is this going to be then?
It'll be a reliable 500 horsepower street car.
Reliable 500. That is just ridiculous. And then we move on to more madness.
Yeah, like this, another like full send road car.
What's this, an RB26?
RB25 Neo with all ties, like it's same thing, big turbo. But the key to this one was to make it as, you know, as bling as possible. So like even something as simple as the interior rad pipes, they've all been made here custom in stainless. They're the little tricks.
Look at... You know, one step further, and even got the little connectors to space the two out. Like that is...
They're the details.
That's details that...
Yeah, like even the top rad pipe is, you know, the customer didn't want it in rubber, so it had to be made in stainless. Like, yeah, it's a pain in the butt, but it's the differences when it's done, it's at a show, or it's, you know, they're the things people will notice.
And then I'm not gonna lie, did you lie to me outside? But you said there's a stack of tyres, and you said this was for burning off of my drift car, and I said it didn't really look like it was ready last time I was down, and you said a lot's been done. Yeah. And I don't want to insult you. It doesn't.
Don't burst my bubble, Josh.
I am no mechanic, but I know there is a few things missing from here now.
It's surprising. We have a lot of the slow stuff done now, which probably, you know, sounds insane, but like we've all the rear mount rad done, we've all the pipes done over the subframe. We actually have the subframe there modified now because we're running a Supra back end in this thing because...
A Supra back end?
Yeah, because let's face it, an IS200 back end was never going to take 800 horsepower.
800 horsepower you're going to be pushing from this.
Well,
That's fairly incredible.
We won't obviously have it at that, but if we want to just put on the big dyno number, it'll be built to do it.
And yeah, it's just fairly big tunnel, nice cage. Obviously waiting for carbon roof.
Yeah, Matt.
Just like that, ready for first start.
Yeah. We're there, like.
I'm going to get you saying this on camera. What do you think your time frame is on this?
9 weeks.
9 weeks. So in 9 weeks' time, I'm going to come down here and whatever state it's in, I'm going to put it into a video. Right, I'm going to leave you because you have a lot more work to do. Now we've taken our heap of junk out your way, so you can finally probably get started on that. Right, 9 weeks?
Yes.
See you in 9 weeks. We're leaving a high five. Oh, and another one.
Alright guys, before we finish the S14 off, I know you're excited to see it. Something very exciting has landed at our Drift Games shed. This is the brand new DS35 from Strom Wheels, which go on sale today. They have landed in. We've been excited about these for a very, very long time. As you guys know, we've been using the DS05 wheel on a lot of stuff, but now we've got another option to play with. Look at this thing. And we got some tea. So Josh Holsworth, look at this, all the way from Strom. Now, disclaimer, you might not get a lot of tea when you buy the wheels. Just gonna say that out loud. But you don't really need the tea, because only Josh needs the tea. Do you know what I love about these, right? Look at the options. You can actually change the color.
Oh, I like that.
That is cool. That's a really nice touch.
These are prototypes,
Yes.
so this is not the final, but you can actually match your wheel whatever color you want, which is very, very cool. Man, that's gangster. That is a gangster wheel. So this is the rear, it's a 10.5, very low ET as you guys can see. That is going to look very aggressive on a car. And I can also announce that these are the wheels that I will be running on the Drift Games Corvette this year. And I can't wait, because imagine that on the back of the Corvette with the carbon. It's going to look slick. These are now available. You can get them in many different sizes, many different offsets, and they also come in different colors. New Strom DS35 now on sale. Limited quantities as always. They've only got the first batch in. Do not be waiting around. Get on the website, order them up for your car. I think this is going to look great on a Skyline. They're going to look great on a Silvia. I want to try them on a couple of my cars as well to see which one they suit. But we're excited. Another amazing wheel from Strom, guys. So get on their website, stromwheels.com. Check them out.
So we have hijacked Wayne's ramp because he's out at the moment and we have no space in our garage. But we do have, and I think we've teased this in the earlier videos, a big box. Craig, will you do the honors of opening this big box? Oh God. Right, so as you can see, that was quite a dramatic opening of the box. I wasn't expecting it to spread out that easy. So here we have the full underbody lip kit from Origin Labo for the Origin kit that's on the S14. So this should just oomph it out a little bit more to make it look a little more aggressive and to make it look a little bit lower to the ground. You can't really get anything from that. There you go, it just adds a little bit underneath. And to go along with the back end, so you can probably guess what's going to go here because there's only one more thing we can replace on the back end of this car, which is the light. And I'm really hoping it's either deleted that or it has a Nissan badge there, because for the life of me I can't find it. And now I've said it, there's probably 100 people in the comments saying I've got a few of those in the shed, but hopefully. Oh, I think we got away with it, lad.
Yeah, there's just...
Yes!
Yeah, ideal.
They
lovely.
look serious in the back. They look so much better.
Yeah, really freshen up the car, add that little bit to it.
I will also say a fraction of the price of standard S14 lights, and we do actually have a little bit of damage on that one. The lights even come with instructions. So, power indicator, stop, reverse.
Do you want to just tell us what this says, Josh, or just read it out to us?
S14 real lights.
You're good, you're not messing about.
No messing about. Don't send me on any Japanese because I won't be able to read. Along with the bumper and the freshly painted bonnet from O'Neill Auto Body, which he actually did. He buffed this and the car hasn't been buffed, so there's a, it depends, whichever way from you kind of move, it kind of blends. But this bit needs to be buffed, this bit's already buffed, and hopefully it will colour match straight in. Right, let's get this kit on the car so we can roll outside, have a better look at it. Ooh! Let's get this on the car quick because I can't wait to see it. So car almost done, looking good. Last job is the holy Ghana doors. So for these you have a really small bolt that is very difficult to get in. Yeah, very hard to get in there. But a little trick I noticed, I got told from somebody else's channel, there's some tissue paper in, and then you should be able to done. So we're gonna pull this out yesterday, but there was an absolute storm that happened, and let's be honest, it's not actually much better now because there's gale force winds and everything. But we've got to power through this because Ireland is just like this. So apologies for the wind noise, but how good does the S14 look? I think the underskirts literally finish it off, and for a drift car you might make them a little more aggressive by coming out a little bit more. But for a road car I think it's perfect. We chose to go against the diffuser because I think that it kind of looks aggressive enough at the back anyways, and with the way that the exhaust goes under, yeah, it didn't really fit properly, then you'd have to cut it and everything like that, and it just didn't look right. Along with the lights that we put on, this car has just come together so well. So this car is I wish I could say it's finished, but realistically we rushed it off to get wired, so it does still need a few little things doing to it. Like for example, the brakes don't work. Only small little things probably. Something wasn't tightened or something little like that. But it does need a full check over, everything secured. And again, this is going to be a road car. It's 500 horsepower for God's sakes. We need it as secure as possible and as roadworthy and safe as possible before we take this thing on the road, which we'll be doing in the next episode. But so we're going to get this all buttoned up, going to take it for its first spin on the road, and we'll probably take it to Mondello so we can actually test this thing out properly. Probably do a few skids and fast pulls and pops with it. All the good stuff that we've been waiting for and you guys have probably been waiting for. If you have made it this far in the episode, leave a like or a subscribe or a comment, or any of those three really helps with the algorithm, and we can't thank you guys enough for supporting us and making things like this happen. For now, this episode is finished, but we should see you guys on the next one. Oh, it's starting to rain. What timing? Ah!